Alright everybody, welcome back to the Dadliest Catch. I'm your host Carrie, and on this episode we are going to try and seduce an awkward goth, so prepare yourself. Yes, this is where I want to be. Oh yeah, there was that whole thing with Robert and Ernest, which was the best.
You've got dads.
Because Robert's just like giving him shit for being an idiot. He's like, your name is freaking Ernest Hemingway, and you don't, I just love how he's kind of, like, irritated. Alright. Off to, Mr. Damien here. Oh, look at him. He's cute. They're all cute in their own way. My favorite is still Craig. Second favorite is still Robert. Both super adorbs. I love that Robert is awkward and inappropriate. That makes me happy, because he just, like, doesn't give a fuck, and that makes me really happy. He's, like, the best. He's like, do you think I give a shit? It's like, I will say the worst stuff I can think of. It's like, dude, same. He's the best. And Craig is just like, dude bro. I love his dude bro, like, attitude. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. You know, doing Damien stuff. I open up Dad book and start writing him a message when Amanda walks in the door. Dad, you got a letter. Oh, is it from Grandma? No, it's from Damien. Whoa, can I see it? Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. Damn, the dude goes all out. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter. In the most beautiful calligraphy, the letter reads... I'm gonna wait till cause it's in, oh wow, he's got good, yep, it's definitely pretty. Dearest Kennedy, I hope you'll find my continued correspondence endearing rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of the slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak toward something unwelcome. For now, I hope that you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. Aww, so cute. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unforeseen, your companionship helped a great deal, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirit. And for that, I thank you. That said, Kennedy, if you'll allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema followed by a moonlit stroll would be to your taste. I eagerly await your response. With great respect, D. Bloodmarch. Oh, it's so cute. Amanda and I both look up from the letter. Wow. He's good. So you gonna catch a movie with him? Yeah, I better message him on Dad book and let him know. Amanda slaps my laptop shut.
Hey.
You have to write him back. A real letter. But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon. I love their relationship. It's so cute. Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool. Will you help me? I need to class this up. Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Find tickets to a show that you two will like, then enclose them in the letter. Oh, that's classy. Amanda and I hop onto my laptop and peruse showtimes. He doesn't seem like a romantic comedy kind of guy. Oh, here's one. Vampire Crusade 2? Evil Never Dies. I don't know, that sounds kind of stupid. Actually, it's a critically acclaimed exploration into the ennui of existence. It really turns the vampire trope on its head. Really? Nah, there's just lots of blood and vampire titties. Well, let's roll the dice. I purchase the tickets and print them out, then sit down at the table with Amanda to try drafting a nice letter. I start writing. Damien. Hey. Probably this one. It's more... sounds like more his style. Good morrow to you on this fine eve. Hey is definitely not him. Let's do this one. Good one. What's next? Hey, remember when your son tried to Cask of Amontillado that kid? You've been good. Yeah, it's gotta be, you know, very classic, like classically written. Geez, Dad, have some faith in yourself. Okay, we're trucking along. Let him know how you're feeling. That Ernest shit was pretty messed up. This is how you would write to Robert, but he wouldn't read it, because he doesn't read. I think. I don't know. You find me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. Nice. Ask him to hang out already. I love Amanda. True art takes time, Amanda. Let me, get at that. While a strange turn of events, I found myself enamored of the situation at hand. Sure. Bring it home, Pops. I love having a winged daughter. It's the best. This one. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Smooth. Calling it the cinema is a classy move. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2 Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you will find both titillating and enjoyable. Hard daps. Namaste. Namaste. And then I sign my name, my full name, fancier that way. Kennedy Aponte. Is this okay? Amanda reads over my sloppy handwriting. He's right. He's like, dude, I can't fucking do calligraphy shit. Yep. Yeah, I do hope this letter finds you in good health. I must confess that my amateur control of the written word, as well as my even more amateur penmanship. Your letter found me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. While a strange turn of events, I found myself enamored of the situation at hand. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2 Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you will find both titillating and enjoyable. Namaste. Kennedy Aponte. You spelled his name wrong. What? Nah, just trying to keep you on your toes. Now all you have to do is seal it and put it in the mailbox. Can I seal it with tape?
Alright.
That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back. Amanda leaves the room and returns with a candle, a lighter, and a small piece of wood. You gotta have a wax seal. She lights the candle, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax. What's that other thing? Amanda pours some of the wax onto the folded letter and expertly presses a small piece of wood into it. She lets it dry for a second and pulls the wood away, revealing... Here it is, your sigil. A little kitten with a bow on its head. Awesome. Scrapbooking stuff always comes in clutch. Oh, it must have been a stamp. Well, I guess all there is to do is deliver it to his doorstep now, huh? Oh, I thought we were getting a carrier pigeon to do it. I already called my guy. I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has the good pigeons. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good. I don't want to know if any of this is true. Have you been hanging out with Robert? It's the kind of shit he would say. She has been, I bet. She's like, what? He's cool, okay? He's got knives. I head outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter into the slot in his door and go back home. Mission accomplished? Now we play the waiting game. The night finally rolls around where I'm supposed to meet with Damien. The next day, he had left another beautifully crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit, and I show up to the theater a little bit early. It's a chilly night and the theater is kind of crowded, but it's still nice. How do you do? I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damien right behind me. How did you do that? How did you do the thunder effects? You almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there for? I don't know, I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you. Was that thunder? Is it gonna rain soon? I didn't hear anything. What? Don't lie to me, Damien. What? Regardless, the hour grows close. He's got a sound maker in one of his freaking slack pockets, and I'm gonna find it. Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please, allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids, or perhaps Milk Duds? Dude, Sour Patch Kids. Let's do it. Sour Patch Kids. We get in line to buy snacks. As we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice behind us. Is it Ernest? Ugh, my dad's here. Oh, it's... I turn around to find Lucian standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids. Lucian, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you spending some quality time with your friends. Whatever, Dad. And what movie will you be attending tonight? My friends are making me see some kids' movie about talking animals. I don't really care about it. Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2 Evil Never Dies.
What?
You? Watching that? Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it. Ha! Good luck with that, Dad. He's not. He's good. He's not. Lucian rejoins his friends and I look over to Damien. Good luck with what? It's nothing. My son loves to tease. We wait in line for a little longer and Damien buys us snacks. He seems a little nervous. I wonder what's wrong. I just love that Lucian's like, ha ha, vampire movie, blood and titties. Yeah, okay, good luck. I'll see you guys, later, I guess. Sorry, I had to get a drink. Damien and I take our seats and settle in for previews. Glancing at him, I can see that he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. Dude, are you alright? Everything is perfectly fine. I'm so, excited for this film. I'm a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the art, the better. Oh, he doesn't like scary movies. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Of course I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. Oh, interesting. That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected him to bring up something sort of strange. Sort of strange foreign horror film that I'd never heard of. Halloween Town's... what? Damien's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies?
What?
You must be joking. I love horror movies. Do you? The lights dim for the film.
Ah!
Damien screams. I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. Aw, poor Damien. We settle in as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice, and he takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking. Flashes Vampire take 2. A pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, abs, sets up in a coffin. Awaken, my coven. Romulus Bad Blood. Nice. 2 more vampires slide the tops of their stone coffins onto the floor. Brother, is it time? Demetrius Morvant says. Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy. It is time. Carmela von Ruden does not like her husband. The 3 look at each other and then to the camera. For the Vampire Crusade. This rules. The trio of vampires flies off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounded, it's actually a pretty fun flick. We get to a tense moment of the movie where Romulus Trueblood sits... it's Bad Blood. Sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. Romulus, it is good to finally meet you. General, I agree. It's good to finally blood you.
What?
Romulus leaps out and slashes the general's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the camera. Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hand. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood or vampiric blood.
What?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Damien retracts his hand and places it back in his lap. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic and I got to an extremely scary section. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit that he's afraid of it. I wish he would hold my hand again. Aw, he's so cute. Maybe I could do something to try to make him feel more comfortable. I've got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. Tell a dad joke, because that's the only way to go. Where does a dog go when it loses its tail? Where? To the retail store. I yelled that last bit a little too loud for a crowded movie theater, but I can see a smile form on Damien's face. Good one, Kennedy. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly, with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. We get to the final scene of the movie where Romulus Bad Blood and the general's wife embrace each other in his crypt. It appears that the true Vampire Crusade was the Vampire Crusade in our hearts, our cold, unbeating hearts. Romulus and the general's wife begin making out, hard.
What?
The film fades to black and the end appears on the screen, but then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover Carmela, who watch the two from afar. Oh no, twist ending. Our bloodline has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be a short time before the next Vampire Crusade 3, Evil Must Die Again. More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end. Damien and I walk out of the movie theater amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore. Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be. Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll. He's just like, yeah, whatever, titties. Damien is making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk in the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. Lovely night, isn't it? As lovely as the company, yes. That was smooth. So smooth. He thinks I'm lovely. Damn. See? Damn. Okay. Here comes the smooth response. Thanks. I like that one. No problem. He's like, no, yeah. Thanks. Crushed it. We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I sure am one smooth operator. Are you getting a little hungry? We could maybe stop off and grab something to eat. Worry not, friend. I've a plan. We turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery. What? Are you gonna harvest my organs? Are we going in there? A little bit of Victorian flavor, Kennedy. Trust me. I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him. For being in a cemetery, this is strangely romantic. Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition. An appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say? With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and picnic basket. Wait, where were you hiding that? It's a secret. Under my cloak? Oh, right. Damien unfolds the blanket and we both sit down, gazing out at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses. He was probably hiding it in a bush. He even planning to bring you here because he's so sweet. In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and find sculptures. That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question though. How are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie?
What?
I wasn't... whatever. He sighs deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I just have never been good at those. I just feel as if because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films, so I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times. Damien, I'm so sorry. If I'd known, I would have suggested another movie. It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one, thanks to your help. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of so much death, brings me great comfort. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel very peaceful. Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. What is that? I'm not sure. It noticed us. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins lumbering slowly toward us. Its shape taking a more animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature is getting closer, moving faster. Woof! Oh! It's a dog. As it... oh god, it's fucking Robert. As it finally comes into the light, the friendliest, dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs at his hands. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. What a beautiful dog! Hey. We both look up, not expecting to see... Thanks! What are you doing out here on this lovely evening? What? What? I didn't know you had a dog. This isn't my dog. I found found her in the street. I put a leash on her, and now we're walking around this graveyard together. Hunting cryptids. Damien and I share a look. A treat? Sure. Wouldn't give her cheese, though. Not to worry. Damien reaches into the depths of his cloak and procures a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? Dude, this cloak is magic. We're gonna have to steal it, Kennedy, okay? The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail wagging furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks. My absolute pleasure. Damien shakes the dog's paw. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Robert and his dog disappear into the darkness again. Damien stares after them. I didn't know you liked dogs. Victorians love dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog, such as a terrier or a Maltese. I think big dogs are nice, too. Yeah, man, dogs are cool. I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home? Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it, as my knees aren't what they used to be. He packs up his basket and leads us out of the graveyard. To walk home, I take one look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. And full of Robert, who's hunting cryptids. Probably zombies, I don't know. Is a zombie a cryptid? Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep. Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight. Damien, it was my pleasure. Kennedy, if you'll allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection. Damien reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded, monogrammed hand. He presses it into my hand. No, seriously. No, I want the cloak. That shit has pockets for freaking days. Give it. My jacket obsession is happening. I want it. Wow, thank you, Damien. Probably this. A noble purpose. Damien shuffles his feet. I'm gonna use it to dry my tears. I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you. Someone who's open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Oh, so cute. Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hand. I must take my leave. Good night. Before I can say anything else, he's gone. Huh. I unlock the door and step inside. What? Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant. Hey, Dad! What's up? Were you watching me from the window? No, I was just, Okay, yes. How was the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Told you. But as it turns out, Damien is Wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Scary. Cool. Yep, he's so cool it's scary. Nice save, Kennedy. Did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? I think I'm misremembering that. Wow, that's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though. Yeah. How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf? How can you be so sure I'm not a werewolf? And how can I be so sure you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow. I don't trust you. Nor I you. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late, will you? I'll try not to howl at the moon past midnight. Fucking love Amanda. She's so cool. She's the best. Yes! Look at them dad points.
I'm sensing a romance between us.
You would be right, Damien.
Chemical romance.
Get out of here. I will tell...
That's a band?
I will tell your son. Don't pretend like you don't know. Fuck you. That's it. I'm telling Lucian. Your dad is making puns. And it's the best. But you should probably tell him to calm down. Because, you know. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? Just so you guys know, a lot of the game, just the romance is different. I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strange. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. Amanda, get out! Okay, okay. I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I can hear her crying again. Wow. What has her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's usually so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. I can't even remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep. But when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about her room and make a freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops the apple into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She looks at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up and takes her still freezer waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging on a wall. In it, I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how difficult it was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knee, she would get up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing even happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. Making that cake. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline to her room. She's clearly trying to avoid. Hey, Pumpkin? What? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I can't do anything about it. Dad, So just, whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. Food. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set by now. Ta-da! Dad. It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over, and this is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve up some delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. What is? This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just... I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes?
Oh.
I guess I should start from the top. So you know how Emma R. is going to the fancy art school in California, right? Emma R.
Yes.
You got it. Wow, proud of you. Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot of time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosie M. that both of the Emmas, Grace and Noah, all went to a party at Mackenzie F's. On the same night, they all told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB final. Yikes.
Oh.
So, another important question is, God, this is embarrassing. I, have a crush on Noah, and, that's the thing. What? Whoa. I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay. You're a bad liar. So are you. I learned from the worst.
Oh, no.
Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was Emma R., and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just keep quiet and keep going about my business. Amanda sighs. And then one day I invite everybody out to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy, like, simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we were out of chips and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable.
Ugh.
So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court, and who do I see there but Grace, Emma P, and Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos, without me. What? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss. No. Yes, I know. So I storm over there, and I'm like, hey. And Grace drops a nacho on her shirt, because of course she does, and Emma R just, like, glares at me. Grace. Nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the... I know. Grace is the one nobody really likes right now. But anyway, nobody will say anything, and I'm going to suck, which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed and just wanted to get out of there. So I left without nachos might I add, which only further contributed to the shitty day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking them why they were being so weird. Sorry, my throat closed off. And I wrote another one to Emma R asking how long the Noah thing's been going on, and sorry, I know that's a lot. You still following? Oh, okay, get a load of this. Emma R says, you know what, let me just read it to you. Amanda pulls out her phone and reads word for word an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? Boop. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I am trying my hardest to be supportive. They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her that she's being a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me on red, and then... Wait, left me on red? What's that? Oh, like, she saw my message and didn't reply, and I know because there are red receipts. I don't know what red receipts are, but I'm just gonna nod and pretend I understand. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's at least being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everything. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of. Alright, I think you lost me at the screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad. There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me, half of my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from everybody else, but... Emma R's been there since Dad died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. Amanda stabs at the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kinda mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everyone just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help? Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know it's pretty dumb. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time. Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long, long time ago. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. When you get older, you start realizing the sort of people you want to associate yourself with. Do you really want to surround yourself with people who would do something like that to their friend? It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful friendships. It took me a long time to figure that out myself, and I wish I'd learned it sooner. If the other person put the effort in, you're not beholden to being their friend. Ultimately, I think it says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing, and if they can't see that, well, that's their problem. I'll keep that in mind. I looked down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake? Yes, we did just eat that whole cake. Well, good talk. Amanda gets up to go to her room. Before she closes her door, she turns around. Hey, Pops? Yes? Thank you. You're always welcome. Love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
Aw, that's just one of my favorite parts. It's just so endearing and like cute. Their relationship is one of like the sweetest like father-daughter like relationships I've ever seen.
You've got dads.
Oh, Craig's scared. He's scared of something. What is it? Hey, dude, I've got the runs. Nice. Oh, I've got just the thing. I'll head to the store and grab you a real chunky milkshake, cherry licorice, and a book of word jumbles that I find helpful in strenuous times such as these. What? Wouldn't that make it worse? Oh, it's not for the diarrhea. Milkshakes are just comforting. Wait, why are we talking about this? By I've got the runs, I meant that I feel like running. Want to come with me to the gym? Why do I feel less excited about that than getting you home remedies for diarrhea? Come on, man, it'll be fun. You know what? Sure. When are we doing this? There's 30 more minutes left in this Meat Hell Marathon. I'm outside right now. I'm warming up. Oh, it's like, okay, you and Robert need to stop that. Okay, okay. At least let me see if Betty gets away from the wolves in time to get her sopressata wrapped cheesecake out of the oven. Jesus. He's first Robert shows up at freaking like 10 at night, and now Craig's like, I'm outside, I'm stretching. It's like, dude, okay. The gym just installed these new virtual jogging treadmills. We'll feel like we're running outdoors. Uh-huh. You can see other runners on your screen too. Let's try it out together. Other runners? Will I be able to keep up? Don't worry. We're here to cheer each other on. I'll be right there with you.
Nice.
Just get a rhythm going, keep your heart rate up, but don't overexert yourself. You'll do great. Oh, Joseph is here. No.
Run that, Dad.
How do I do that? I don't understand. Oh, I get it. You have to maintain, like, your speed. This is hard. This is hard. Go! Oh! You have to, like, tap it. This is weird. This is weird, Craig. Let's go. I don't know what I'm doing. Ha! Suck it. Is that Joseph? Please tell me that was Joseph. No, it wasn't. That would have been funny though. If I just sprinted past Joseph. I have no idea what's going on, but I like it. It's weirdly satisfying. So every time I get up to like a certain like speed, you can probably hear my freaking thing tapping. I don't want to do this. Craig, I love you, man, but this is insane. Okay? Okay? Okay. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit about how I feel. He's like, you don't like running, right? Like, define don't like. I actually enjoy running. Dude. I am an asthmatic. So, sometimes it can be like a pain in the tuchus, but I actually really enjoy running. It's athletically induced, which it's not as bad as it used to be. Back in the day, it was pretty terrible. Like when I was in high school, it was awful. Yeah, I thought maybe if I moved my joystick in a circle, it would be better, but it wasn't, so I was wrong. Ooh, let's go jump in the pond. It's really hot. Is that the waterfall that we dove off of? That'd be weird. There's a boat. Someone lost a boat, Craig. This is weird. I don't know how long this is supposed to last, but sure. Who's that? Hey, you're being lazy. Let's go, dude. Hop to it, bro. Oh yeah, that's right. Craig knows everyone here who goes jogging and stuff. Hello, random citizen. Craig probably knows everyone at the park, to be honest. Yeah, we're running. Yes, I'm good at this. This is so weird. I need to... Oh, it's a finish line. We did it. Yay! Craig's a good coach. Oh, nice!
That was a gold medal.
Way to go! Thanks, Craig. I'm dead.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay, good. No weird messages from anyone. Let's go ahead and go hang out with Damien again. We got time for a little bit of hanging out with our bro. Our dude bro. Our gothic dude bro. Yes, I know. I'm aware. Thank you. Drink plenty of water. Kennedy, you just went sprinting with Craig. You need to drink at least 2 gallons worth. That dude's all about them push-ups and sprints. Ever since we had that picnic in the graveyard, Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together. We go on nighttime strolls pretty regularly. He was so impressed with the first letter I wrote him that he insisted we only communicate by post instead of through Dadbook. I initially protested, but he gave me one of his old signet rings to use as a seal for my letters, and I just couldn't say no. Hanging out with that goth dad again? Please, Amanda, you know his name. And yes, be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? I remember you inviting him into our household that one time, and I've seen The Lost Boys, and I honestly would have preferred trying to see if he could have walked through the threshold on our home under his own power. Yes, Amanda. I have become Damien's familiar. I am compelled under his curse. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Aww.
Turn into a bat. I don't think...
Ugh.
What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat? Well, okay, I'm off.
Eh?
Are you taking the car, or are you flying off into the night on the leathery wings of a bat? One of those. While I'm out, can you throw away the garlic bread that's in the freezer so I don't die? That would be great. I'm keeping it in there as insurance. You understand, right? That's my girl. Fuck. I love it. Damien and I walk along the water's edge chatting. We had burritos here like a week ago or whatever. Damien's cloak, he hates it when people call it a cape. Damien's cloak flutters behind him in the breeze. This is gonna seem like a silly question, but why do goths wear black? Gothic subculture has always been associated with death, so it would make sense that the style surrounding it would be greatly influenced by mourning.
Huh.
Interestingly enough, though, was that in the Victorian era, Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her late husband for 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. If that's not goth, I don't know what is. I have another question. Go ahead. How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned in the graveyard that it helps you appreciate your life, or something? I've experienced several losses over the course of my life, and I truly believe the only manageable way to cope with it is to accept that death is simply a part of living. It's a single universal truth for every human who has ever lived. I'm going to die, you're going to die, and life carries on without us. Doesn't that make you feel scared? Not at all. Without the advances of modern science, death was everything in the Victorian era, and yet funerals were major social functions. Victorians were obsessed with mementos of their loved ones, even going so far as to take elaborately staged photographs of their dead relatives. The minutiae, there we go, of mourning was so complex that there were set periods of grieving that were deemed acceptable based on who in your life had passed. No, we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost yourself because we have no modern equivalent of those formalities. We need to allow ourselves time to grieve, to feel that loss fully, but not allow it to consume us. So no, I'm not afraid of death. I believe it is a waste to spend your life dreading the end of it. The time we have here is brief and fleeting and occasionally cruel, but it is at times precious. To stare death in the face and live despite that, I think, is a noble existence. Let's save the mourning for the dead. Wow, that's beautiful. I can see the moonlight in the bay glint off Damien's eyes. He smiles. We turn to the harbor and watch ships pass, breathing in the salty sea air. I look to Damien again and can't help but be entranced by his charm, his mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating. Dude, he's like the weirdest dad on the block. Well, that's debatable. We got Robert and then Boat Ropes McGee next door. But he's definitely the most eccentric, which is great. I love all these freaking weird, crazy characters. I lean in closer to Damien, closing my eyes as I do. I'm so sorry. I have to take this. Damien steps away from me to answer his phone. Oh no, I hope it isn't Lucian again. After speaking in hushed tones for a few moments, Damien returns to me. Everything okay?
Oh my.
There's an emergency. Lucian?
Huh.
No, thankfully, but I must take my leave. Dude, I'm taking your leave with you because I can. Oh, okay. Is there anything I can do to help? Dads do have to stick together, right? You know it. Then come. There isn't time to waste. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. After a short drive in silence, we arrive at a rundown building on the outskirts of town. Okay, why is it going all creepy again? Where are we? It's better if I just show you. I push a surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. A few rickety chairs line the walls, and there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the wall, but they're so nondescript I'm still unsure what kind of place this even is. Wait here for a moment. I'll be right back. Damien walks off down a corridor, his boot heels echoing through the halls of this seemingly empty building. Distant howls echo from someplace I can't see, and there's a faint scratching sound like claws on tile. I cautiously peek down the hall and find stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up to the chain-like fence, sticking their noses through to sniff at the air. What have I gotten myself into? Suddenly the lights shut off. I panic. Unsure of where I am or how I can get out, I stumble through the darkness, my breathing getting heavier and heavier. Damien? The lights finally turn back on. Hey, sailor. Ah! Mary? What are you doing here? You aren't here for the fight club? I don't want to get punched in the face. Great, because this is an animal shelter. A what? We take care of stray animals and then people adopt the stray animals. Didn't you see the pets when you walked in? Oh, sorry, I didn't really expect to see you volunteering at an animal shelter. Wow. Okay, kid, way to put me in a box. Dames, you hear this baloney? Just one moment. Thunder cracks and a door bursts open. Apparently from the shadows I see, okay, he's got a sound maker on his bod and he needs to stop it. Damien? Oh, he looks so normal. Holy shit. Hey. It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak, no Victorian era clothing, no makeup. I wasn't planning to share this side of me until much later, but I'm not as goth as you think. I'm a systems administrator for the IT department of a realty company. I wear tennis shoes to work and I listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoy going to the hardware store and looking at storage solutions, and I volunteer at this animal shelter in my spare time. I'm boring. I'm fascinated with Victorian history and the goth lifestyle. That much is true. It's just not all that I am, and I need you to know that. Oh, hate to kill the moment here, but there's some pressing business that needs attending to.
What?
Oh, right. It's Duchess Cordelia. Again? Who's Duchess Cordelia? She's one of the pups. Gets out all the time. She somehow learned how to open doors and now she's unstoppable. When did she get out? This morning. I went to go sing sea shanties to the cats, and when I came back she had already bolted. I have to stay here with the pets, so I need you two to go and find her. Of course. Where could she be?
Come on.
She always ends up running off to the same places. Here, let me draw you a map. Mary starts scribbling on the back of a pet adoption form. She's very smart, ruthless even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she turns into a werewolf and starts eating people. What? You're a perfect little peach, Kennedy. You just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold. Oh. I'll grab some treats and we can hit the road. Damien and I look over the map Mary created for us. Fucking, I love Mary. She's not as bad as I thought she was, so I love her. Oh man, I'm Nerd's house? At least you're not other Nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. Aquarium, shelter, Coffee Dad, Nerd's house, Mary's sick dad, Smalls, Dames, other Nerd's house, Mario Batali, Kale. Craig's is Kale. Oh, I love it. Okay, guys, that is going to be it today. For I love how she says shit down at the compass. Like she's like, God damn it. Come on. It spells we. We. Yeah, that's gonna be it today for Dream Daddy, but this is great. This is so much fun. I love this. I love this so much. I am super loving Damien's story. It's very cute, and look at him in his like his glasses and his polo. He's so adorable. Oh, I love him. I love all of these guys. I can't wait to romance the others, except for maybe Boat Ropes. I'm kind of scared of him. Oh, so Smalls. That's right, because Robert's last name is Smalls. It's got okay. Mary's sick pad. I thought it said sick dad. I'm so stupid. But I love you guys, and I will see you next time. All right. Bye.